continues to address the challenge of quality in education in the new normal, we firmly believe that access to education is the first step to achieving a bright future. As we close the gap and shift from access to quality, DepEd Cagayan de Oro's battle cry to these challenges is CDO: competence, dedication, optimism, the division's mantra which is embedded in all programs, projects, and activities. These core values have transcended into the lives of the CAGAYAN learners as they endure the rigors of various learning modalities in school. Today, we shall bear witness to the success of these learners, which is a clear manifestation of such CDO influence. Competence, dedication, and optimism brought them to this point along with the support of their parents, teachers, and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the virtual graduation of CORRALES Elementary School for school year 2020-2021. May I request everyone to please stand for the singing of the national anthem to be followed by our invocation through an audio-video presentation.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa libre mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisihin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit o baka, may lagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isak ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagbibinig, ang bituin na araw na kailan pa may magdidilig. Lupa ng araw ng wala ipasinta, buhay na higit sa piling mo. Ang hinigaya na pagbay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Lord, let me be what you want me to be. Let me see all the gifts that you so lovingly blessed me with. Be with me when I'm alone and when it seems that nothing just works out for me. When I'm down, when I'm lost, give me strength, give me hope.
Makagagahom daw mahigugmaon, ugis ha magbabaya, iyan napunan ho anas. Iman ha anlaw, ag umawon day imo ho kinasing-kasing, taigpauma day imo sa pagpasalamat day hulangon ha panginahanglanon. Igpauma day daan imo sa agpanayuon day, sa maayad ha kaginhawa, maayad ha kaglawa, maayad ha kagtima. Yan day daan agpanayuon ha ipadiyo kay hu mga madaot, kahanlok daw kaguon, ikahid o kaikaw. Dagidagi sa pagtuo, daw pagsalig day hu mga kamatuuran no, hasikaw gayud permanente taghari, taliwada o pagtalig-uma daw pagkuyanap, o sunod-sunod daw nagkalain-lain hamatang o panghitabo, kagubot, kalisdanan, daw kadaot. Ipaaha, ipagudam, daw ipaambit ho mga utawno doon ho banwa, nasod, daw tibuok kalibutan, sa gagaw, kahid-o, kalinaw, daw kalig-uno. Taiyan man, timaan humang kahangin, na pasensya.
Lord, I offer my life to you. You can do what you want to do. Just come and fill my life, fill my darkness with your light.
وقال ربكم ادعوني أستجب لكم آمين يا رب العالمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. God our Father, we come to you in our need to ask your protection against the COVID-19 that has disturbed and even claimed lives. Give us the grace in this trying time to work for the good of all and to help those in need. We implore you to stop the spread of this virus and to save us from all our fears. We pray that you guide the people, especially those tasked to find a cure for this disease, and for us who are entrusted to take care of our children in the schools and the classrooms. Though they cannot be allowed to go to the schools, we ask your protection and guidance, that we will still be able to deliver the learning that they need to have amidst this pandemic, believing that no one should be left behind in this our spiritual journey, for the good of our children and for the good of the country and for all the people in the world. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Lord, I know now what I want to do. I have found my strength when I came to you. You have sent me to help with my brothers and make them happy as you made me too. Lord, I know now what I want to do. I have found my strength when I came to you. You have sent me to help with my brothers and fill the darkness with your light. You have sent me to help with my brothers and fill the darkness with your light.
The school principal, Mr. Andy P. Ligsanan, will now formally open the 41st graduation ceremony of CORRALES Elementary School and present the candidates for graduation.
The virtual graduation ceremony of CORRALES Elementary School is hereby declared in session. On behalf of the administration, faculty and staff, and students, I welcome all of you to this virtual graduation ceremony of school year 2020-2021. We would like to extend our felicitations to the grade 6 graduates and their families on this event. Dr. Cherry L. Limbaco, CESO 5, Schools Division Superintendent of Cagayan de Oro City. I have the honor to present to you the 202 grade 6 who have satisfactorily completed the requirements for elementary education.
Good day to all of us, to Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones, Mayor Oscar Moreno, my co-teachers in DepEd Cagayan de Oro City, the school administrators, our parents, stakeholders, and most of all, our learners. Good day. Before I will make the confirmation, let me walk you back to our journey and the lessons we gained. School year 2020-2021 has been an entirely different school year filled with extraordinary hard work, dedication, and passion for all school leaders, teachers, parents, and our learners in dealing and coping with the learning modalities to meet the most essential learning requirement. Despite the setbacks we have encountered during the onset of the pandemic, we persevered and continued armed with hope, courage, and determination. We had realizations along the way as we continued and believed in what we were doing. We complemented each other's talents and skills, drew on our strength, and worked collaboratively as mighty one. We have seen love and hope in action in all that we are doing and all that we continue to do. Indeed, we have perfectly embodied resiliency as we emerge much ready for any obstacles and challenges. With that, you have my greatest accolade. Congratulations, our learners. By the authority vested in me, and upon the recommendation of your school principal and teachers, that you have satisfactorily completed the requirements of the K-12 basic education curriculum and complied the essential learning competencies prescribed by the Department of Education, I now confirm you as graduates of the elementary education for school year 2020-2021. Congratulations! You will now receive your certificates.
Dr. Cherry L. Limbaco, our Schools Division Superintendent for DepEd Division of Cagayan de Oro. At this point, the grade 6 teachers will now present the certificates and showcase our graduates.
The graduates from grade 6 Saturn under the advisory of Demita Mabao Alabanza, Ray Basti Balbutin, James Ayan Giwanon, Marco Jr. V. Lansang, Loe L. Lasponia, Gian Fred C. Molly, Jan Gian Moring, Sidney Kurt Opera, Jan Quintin Elson, Charlie P. Solindo, John Mardy A. Tagaan, Ryle Kent D. Sabala, Regine H. Abrogenia, Francis Althea C. Valderas,
Jen Steffi Erngard V. Bergani, Charlene O. Bulaklak, Jana B. Caballo, Jalian B. Delimino,
Jillian M. Duabes, Desiree G. Fernandez, Jillian H. Hayo, Aslia M. Dumangkulog, Honey B. Magaliano, DB Rose D. Olit, Risa June Pakulanan, Rita Jane T. Sotis, Norjana S. Sumandar. Congratulations! The graduates from grade 6 Earth under the advisory of Irene A. Solayo, Philip C. Anacaya, Jofel Espinosa, Justin D. Franciloso, J. Chris A. Herrera, Jesril F. Herrera, Mujam B. Khalid, Romer L. Lacchio, John Mark A. Mangko, R.J. Rain P. Nerio, Rolly Andre C. Tinampay, Cyber B. Yano, Jasmine B. Asidilio, Rhea Jane E. Amirol, Divine Grace O. Ariata, Eliza May O. Bully, Monday Moore D. Cabanyas, Danica M. Kalimpas, Aileen M. Celis, Ace D. Canejos, Jonah B. M. Demoral, Stephanie T. Dizon, Najaira B. Ajisai, Nicole A. Mondel, Johnny Jane G. Nalo, Mary Claire S. Pakulana, Krishna May L. Tagupa. Congratulations!
The graduates from grade 6 Jupiter under the advisory of Miss Jennifer M. Sevilla, Carl Martin B. Bacalso, Karim Clifford H. Chan, Johnny Jr. B. Eleazar, Jamel M. Maan, Saprola M. Maan, Zeke Pet C. Marquez, Neil Andreusan C. Nakar, Jeremy L. Akatang, Eliyahu Gabriel N. Sumalpong, Franklin B. Tim, Zane Lawrence Valdioesa, Chris John Mark G. Vargas, J. Aaron B. Vicente, Prince Gayan P. Ibora, Jamaica Jean S. Alcai, Quincy Jean S. Alcai, Princess Louise C. Bogotano, Monica Cabaluna, Kyla Jane R. Casulo, Jonalyn G. Cruz, Nave R. Gotustos, Maya Loren S. Golio, Zaira G. Las Piñas, Chain M. Temba, Robbie Jean S. Yuzaraga. Congratulations!
Graduates from grade 6 Uranus under the advisory of Clarigel E. Garcinis, Marjun J. Balucan, Jade Adam C. Becerra, Vincent P. Caminio, John Carl Dala, John Michael Q. de la Cruz, Astor III M. Galula, Alpin M. Pacquiao, Richard M. Pacquiao, Charles David S. Pahuyo, Rainier S. Parian, Kurt Kyle S. Son, Anthony Ray B. Taha, John Dave A. Tahuyan, Mark Clark M. Valdivesa, Isayan Nelly M. Castillo, Sharifa G. Dumdong, Princess May C. Espinosa, Trixie May C.
Heverola,
Charvel Malu C. Lituanias, Desiril D. Yeses, Karil O. Lumila, Cynthia Fatima H. Pimentel, Jessie May D. Rintoy, Marian Saturno, Regine S. Sususco.
The graduates of grade 6 Neptune under the advisory of Crystal M. Cabagaros, Baldwin Jr. E. Cabilao, Mark Dave D. Caniedo, Dave Clarence R. Kawalin, Ian Vincent N. Magallanes, Charles Lawrence L. Malapo, Ian Jr. G. Malaka, Wendell E. Rico, Ford John E. Camor, Marcel V. Gasahan, Christy J. L. Rubas, Erica Q. Maglangit, Abigail Mundano, Jamaica P. Obing, Daphne Miles L. Ponce, Gilbis Jean P. Requinto, Sheila May B. Salunoy, and Rana Rocheva C. Villaflores. Congratulations!
The graduates from grade 6 Venus under the advisory of Hazel Angeline P. Mama, Gerald F. Valderas, Joseph Jr. H. Dodor, Ashford N. Dairocas, Daniel P. Ibrahim, Julius Jacob, Johnster P. Kila, Ariel Jr. D. Leones, Rich Michael M. Luengas, Erie Jr. A. Abelio, Walter A. Sagario, Nasruddin Jr. G. Sambawa, Mujahid L. Saripaya, Asnor S. Igor, Mary Angeline J. Alconera, Jillian B. Palao, Shaizane L. Bonzi, Jeremy A. Caballos, Jessamine J. Cabasan, April May R. Ayanta, Arian Tolera, Shaira H. Halaga, Sophia Yvonne B. Minister, Zen Kiera D. Monchadora, Abdila R. Ninyal, Glyza May M. Pansan, and Angel Sophia C. Tabanya. Congratulations, grade 6 Venus!
The graduates from grade 6 Mercury under the advisory of Thelma Bangot Bisande, Jerwin F. Agustin, Glenn Adrian P. Bula, Kobe Malcolm A. Bulangkit, Edward B. Guzman, Jarwin F. Galasio, Kian Jr. J. Narisma, James Lawrence Raffles, Jeff Kyle U. Sagahan, Chris Niyuman L. Simini, Dan Lordy L. Luzon, Lance Jomar L. Zamora, Precious Charm I. Alquizalas, Rizalme P. Ayin, Christine G. Bahid, Yunaika Daluz, Lordilin A. Fabit, Mary Rian Jean N. Lagama, Reza Rizal S. Lasaka, Princess Shaina O. Limas, Christine M. Mandam, Saisi S. Mira, Jessamay H. Morano, Shelomay A. Muanya, Diana Faye O. Romero, Heart Angelic M. Simbahon, Amor A. Valyota. Congratulations, graduates! The graduates from grade 6 Mars under the advisory of Mrs. Jesusa Grumasin Gori, Sira Quintin Yuri E. Avueva, Justin Leonard C. Aninigo, Jeno Bautista, A.G. Adrian N. Capico, Willie Miel G. Daluz, Benedict Lamban, Darius D. Losterio, Kenneth G. Matias, Daniel C. Matson, Prince Michael R. Nimbalawa, Leonard A. Naol, Danilo Vincent R. Panta, Orlando Jr. Y. Salcido, Simmer P. Abreva, May Charis P. Ayupot, Hasmin Claire A. Daluz, Mary Alondra A. Daluz, Sian May Wayne P. Gucutano, Samantha Faye A. Hampi, Nicole M. Lumigil, Naomi Grace P. Molina, Princess Ashinet P. Rodriguez, Switzel M. S. Tio, Michaela Mitz Valiente, and Tricia Ann R. Velez. Congratulations, graduates.
At this juncture, we will be hearing a special message coming from our Regional Director, Dr. Arturo B. Bayocot, CESO 4. Let us all watch this.
Isang maalab at matagumpay na araw po sa ating lahat. Mula dito sa amin sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon sa Amihan ng Mindanao. Graduation, completion, or moving up ceremonies are testimonies of excellent coordination, genuine hard work, and great love. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, hitting the various sectors including education, the Department of Education, through the competent leadership of Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones, firmly accepted the challenge to continue education, bravely wrestling with the challenges of the pandemic and unceasingly finding solutions to address any emerging problems. Amidst all these difficulties, emerged excellent coordination across all levels of governance and the different stakeholders, with the teachers at the forefront of delivering the basic education learning continuity plan. And here they are, our learners, who willingly submitted themselves to blended distance learning, painstakingly learning the ways of the new learning landscape, and successfully accomplishing all their academic requirements through genuine hard work. But these successes would not have been possible if not for the great love of the parents and guardians who have been selflessly offering their prayers, time, and resources. In other words, the successes of our learners, our teachers, our leaders, and the Department of Education at large, with the unwavering support of all our stakeholders, are products of our collective decision to succeed as one family. On behalf of the entire DepEd Region 10, allow me to thank and congratulate everyone for this great feat, which attests that DepEd indeed is on track. But just like what is said in our theme for this year's end of school year rites, strengthening quality education amid COVID-19 pandemic, we need to be on our toes. The COVID-19 pandemic is real, and so are other education emergencies. All together, let us rise from this pandemic, recalibrate our learning continuity plans, and continue to deliver quality education for our learners, the heart of DepEd 10. Muli, binabati ko ang lahat ng nagtapos sa taong ito. Hangad namin ang inyong patuloy na tagumpay, anumang landas ang inyong tatahakin. Pagpalain nawa kayo ng poong may kapal. Marami pong salamat.
Thank you, RD Art, for that inspirational message to all our graduates. Our school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Cherry May L. Limbaco, CESO 5, will now read a message on behalf of our DepEd Secretary, Professor Leonor Magtolis Briones.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
To inspire our graduates, may I call in the school principal, Mr. Andy P. Ligsanan, to introduce our guest speaker.
Our speaker for this graduation ceremony graduated Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Biological Sciences at Xavier University, Ateneo de Cagayan. She graduated from Corrales Elementary School last 2006 and a consistent honor student from science class of Misamis Oriental General Comprehensive High School. She is currently working as a high school science teacher and a grade 8 lead teacher at Corpus Christi High School for 6 fruitful years with a permanent working status. She is married to Raymond de Balicer Saldivilla and is without a doubt a doting mother to her one and only daughter. Indeed, the best way to boast the institution's pride of how it has molded its students is no other than hearing it from the direct product of this learning institution. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our very own Mrs. Charlene Cagayan Soldevilla.
I would like to begin my words by recognizing the efforts of the parents of the graduating class of school year 2020 to 2021 of this pandemic year, their families and loved ones, our dear teachers, and the ever hardworking and virtuous school principal Andy P. Lixanan of CORRALES Elementary School for their guidance and resilience amidst these unprecedented times. And most especially to the graduates of 2021, my salute to all of you. You are finally graduating in the midst of this global pandemic. My dear graduates, we know that things right now taste sour, but eventually we know pretty sure they will turn sweet. The world may be in a mess right now, but you are not. You are living through an unprecedented tragedy that requires more creativity, more empathy, and more courage than the past generations have required. You are bright-eyed, energetic, young and smart, and no canceled face-to-face nor physical graduation ceremony can take this away from you. Celebrate your accomplishments by starting new traditions. Write interesting thank you letters to everyone who has increased your brain capacity and intellectual prowess. Hug your parents. Look around this broken world and pay attention because it needs you. Chart your course and build your future. My first piece of advice that I want to share with you is to always try new things and challenge yourself, even if you think it's a bad idea in the process. Always attempt to answer questions and solve problems. Find new ways to do the same tasks. Wear all white to black out. Second, just simply be nice to people. Trust sows the seeds of freedom, and a little respect truly does go a long way. It could even solve a few of the world's problems. You never know when you'll need to fall back on someone, so build strong connections early and maintain them. Lastly, the phrase, "I don't know," is a powerful word. By admitting ignorance, you are asking to learn. Inevitably, I know you will come upon a hard stop, and I hope that when you do, you will remind yourself to pause and ask for a hand of enlightenment so that you might come back from that hard experience knowing more than when you started. Remember, life rarely hands us golden opportunities, so make one. Just as this pandemic creates a path in the wake of its destruction, this class of 2021 will, too, create its own, hopefully. Congratulations on being graduates of class 2021 in this pandemic year. I hope your dreams will take you to the corner of your smiles, to the highest of your hopes, to the windows of your opportunities, and to the most special places your hearts have ever known.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for a heartwarming message. At this point, we will now recognize the competence, dedication, and optimism of our learners in their journey on the quest of excellence. Mrs. Jennifer M. Sevilla, Teacher 2, will now present the awards for academic honors and special awards.
Good morning, everyone. Here are the grade 6 honor pupils for the school year 2020-2021. With honors, Jasmine D. Acevedo. With honors, Francis Tyce A. Arango. With honors, Charlene O. Bulacla. With honors, Asford Inday Rocas. With honors, Sayan May Wayne P. Bukotano. With honors, Mojang B. Kali. With honors, Princess Shaina O. Linis. With honors, Zen Kiera D. Monchador. With honors, Angel Sophia C. Cabanyal. With honors, Sweetsel Ann S. Tiin. With honors, Dan Lordy M. Tuzon. With honors, Tricia Ann R. Villas. With honors, Rana Rochival C. Villaflores. With honors, J. Aaron D. Visani. Congratulations!
Congratulations to our academic awardees and their parents. A big hand for their exemplary achievements. For the message of gratitude, let us listen to our learner with honors, J. Aaron B. Visande. Let us give him a round of applause.
To our school division superintendent, Jeremy L. Limbaco, PhD CC5. Our central district supervisor, Shirley A. Garida, PhD. Our ever-active and smart principal, Mr. Andy P. Ligsanan. Barangay 22 Chairman, Honorable Eldo G. Casino. GPTA President, Mr. Ariel Matela. Dynamic, brilliant teachers of Corrales Elementary School. Parents, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Let's have a memorable virtual graduation day. My fellow graduates, as the theme goes, strengthening the quality of education amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm quite sad and confused in the pandemic if there's a school attendance or nothing will happen at all. How great the Department of Education has endeavored us to pursue our studies of this school year through modular learning modality. We tackle all school requirements to meet our learning needs. Teachers and parents or guardians have played intensively like follow-up and guiding us in doing our modules, activities, or exercises. I find it fun and give us an ample of days to think, study, and research the topic. Pandemic is not the failure or an obstruction of our success that we cannot graduate. Department of Education is always finding ways for our betterment as learners. My fellow graduates, we are all smart learners for we have smart parents as well. I'm here sharing my thoughts where I can receive my High Honors Award. My truthfulness towards studies is stellar and in good faith of responding whatever learning task. I never lose hope to receive the best recognition of my effort and time. I have said that we are all smart in other way around. In this connection, let's continue learning as we are facing the new chapter of our studies, as we are going to be part of junior high school learners. Good luck to each of us. Moreover, in behalf of my fellow graduates, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank our parents, our guardians, and teachers who are with us throughout in this school year to assist our learning needs by the use of information communication technology, such as laptops or mobile phones. Our school principal, Mr. Andy P. Ligsanan, where the pillar of success in this school year is under his care. Finally, we thank God of His untiring love and unceasing kindness for giving us life and graces. Mabuhay tayong lahat!
Congratulations to all our graduates and all awardees. Let us now watch this video for the Pledge of Loyalty to be led by Dan Lordy M. Tuzon.
To my fellow graduates, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Pledge of Loyalty. We, the members of the graduating class 2020-2021, do hereby pledge our willingness to respond, to take challenges of education in the little ways we can, for the sake of peace, unity, and excellence through education. Give our loyalty to Corrales Elementary School, Central District, that made us what we are, and to do our full share expected of us by our parents, teachers, administrators, fellow men, and our community. So help us God.
The Master Teacher 2 of Corrales Elementary School, Mrs. Angelita P. Caburatan, will now acknowledge the various people behind the success of this virtual event and closing remarks.
To our beloved principal, to our ever-supportive teachers and staff, to our parents, and most especially to our graduates this school year 2020-2021. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It has been a long 6 years, but here you are already graduated, even if we face different challenges amidst in this pandemic. In behalf of Corrales Elementary School, I would like to extend my gratitude to be part of this virtual graduation this school year 2020-2021. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to express my appreciation to all the teaching force in this institution, most especially to our principal, Mr. Andy Pilibsanen, for his untiring support for the realization of this virtual graduation, as well as the grade 6 teachers, and to all the people for sharing their expertise to make this graduation a successful one. To all of us, daghang salamat.
Thank you, Mrs. Caburatan. And that concludes our virtual graduation ceremony. Congratulations to all our graduates, awardees, and parents. May you all stay safe and healthy. With the singing of the Cagayan de Oro March, the graduation ceremony of Corrales Elementary School is hereby concluded. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cagayan de Oro March.
Serve you forever free.